All right, let's just dive right into it. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're looking at something that is honestly truly groundbreaking in the AI space right now. The creators of TikTok quietly dropped a brand new neural network called SCD 2.0. And let me tell you, it is an absolute game changer. We're talking Hollywood-level video quality here. It's literally making major competitors like Kling 3.0 nervously step aside. So today, we aren't just going to look at pretty pictures. We're going to break down exactly how this model works, how you can use it to generate breathtaking visuals, and how it's totally redefining what we can create on a computer.
Forget everything you knew about video generation. I mean, that's exactly what we're dealing with here. The leap in tech we're looking at today means all those old rules, the limitations, and those kind of frustrating weird AI glitches, they're becoming a thing of the past. We're essentially stepping into a masterclass on a revolutionary technology that literally puts a cinematic studio right at your fingertips.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. 1. A new era of AI video. 2. Cinematography, physics, and sound. 3. Bypassing built-in censorship. 4. Animating photos for business. And 5. Summary and your ideas. Okay, let's get into it. Section 1. A new era of AI video, beyond the basics. Now, actually getting into the program right now requires navigating a couple of distinct paths or wait queues rather than just a simple one-click login. But trust me, the stunning high-definition output makes that little bit of effort entirely worth it. Moving right along to Section 2, Cinematography, Physics, and Sound. To really test this thing out, we're going to push the program to its absolute limits by generating a super complex, epic shot for a sci-fi film. So the absolutely crucial piece here is getting your workflow right. To get an incredible result, you need incredible text. And, well, we aren't going to write it ourselves. Step 1, we ask a text assistant like ChatGPT to generate a highly detailed scene. We're talking lighting, weather, camera movement, the whole shebang. Step 2, we copy that text, paste it into SD 2.0, and, this is key, enable agent mode. Agent mode is basically this smart assistant that helps perfect all those really subtle details in your prompt. Finally, step 3, we set our quality to 720p, set the length to 5 seconds, hit that big launch button, and wait. And wow, the visual payoff is it's the absolute flawlessness of the model's physics. Older models, they really struggled with how objects interact in the real world. But SD 2.0, it handles the physics of water, smoke, and light with incredible precision. The light hits the metal exactly how it would in reality. And the rain, it doesn't look like some cheap flat sticker slapped onto the screen. It has true, realistic 3D volume. Okay, now we got to talk about the massive leap forward in audio. If you have headphones handy, you'll definitely want to put them on for this. The program actually listens to your prompt and generates the original sound itself, based entirely on the picture. It's called spatial audio. The sound doesn't just play as flat background noise, it's alive, tied directly to the objects on the screen. So if a car drives from left to right, the sound of the engine smoothly transitions from your left ear to your right ear. The raindrops don't sound like a static hiss of white noise. They sound like actual individual drops striking a metallic surface. This means no more hunting through external libraries for sound effects and manually syncing them up. The AI just understands what's happening and generates the perfect audio environment. It's wild.
All right, let's get a little sneaky and move to Section 3, Bypassing Built-in Censorship.
So, say you want a famous web-slinging superhero or a certain boy wizard in your generation. Naming them directly, that gets you immediately blocked by the platform's strict copyright rules. But here is the ultimate hack to bypass that. On the right side of the interface, there's a window listing all of the platform's rules. The trick is to copy all of those rules, take them straight over to ChatGPT, and ask it to write a prompt that gets you your scene while strictly following those exact rules. So instead of naming the superhero, ChatGPT writes a super detailed physical description. It just describes the red and blue colors, the specific style of the suit, the environment. You paste that rule-compliant text into SD 2.0, and boom, the system lets it right through because it doesn't see any banned words. And because the model understood our detailed description so well, we get the exact famous character we envisioned. Just look at the costume. In older AI video generation, a superhero suit often just looked like body paint slapped onto a character's skin. Not here. The program actually understands that this is fabric. It renders the folds, the textures, and the way light naturally wraps around the material. It's an astonishingly realistic generation, all achieved by simply describing the character instead of naming them.
Okay, let's put this cinematic special effects aside for a quick second and pivot to Section 4,
Animating photos for business.
Imagine you own a small clothing boutique, right? Or maybe you sell handmade ceramic dishes, and you want to animate your static product photos for social media. Well, SD 2.0 has this incredible image-to-video function. But, and listen closely because this is super important to do this correctly, and avoid that classic beginner mistake where your product gets all weirdly warped, you absolutely must use the Elements tab. You upload a high-quality photo of your product, say a stylish jacket, right into that Elements tab. What this specific mode does is it tells the AI, hey, this object is the main subject. Do not break it, do not change its shape, leave it exactly as it is. It locks the product in its original form and only animates the background surrounding it.
So you set the prompt for a vertical phone format, hit start, and the difference is literally night and day. Your product, that jacket, looks completely natural. It keeps all of its exact proportions, original colors, and textures. But the image is no longer static. Suddenly there's depth, there's volume, the background is alive and moving. From here, you can just easily drop this into any basic editor, slap on some text with your store's name and the price, and boom, you have a high-end social media ad. And the best part? You created the whole shebang from a single, simple photograph. No renting an expensive studio, no hiring a professional cameraman. It is a massive time and money saver.
Which brings us to our final section, summary and your ideas.
Today, we've walked through a highly capable, super versatile tool that really proves video generation tech has officially reached a whole new plateau. Let's do a quick recap of your key takeaways from this explainer. First, SD 2.0 delivers incredibly stable cinematic visuals where the physics of light, water, and smoke behave exactly as you'd expect in reality. Second, the automatic AI-generated spatial audio means your creations sound alive and professionally mixed right out of the gate. Third, we learned that super clever ChatGPT prompt hack to cleanly bypass platform censorship rules and generate those beloved characters. And finally, we saw how the Elements tab allows for distortion-free e-commerce animation, literally turning static photos into high-converting video ads. Whether you're visualizing your wildest sci-fi stories or creating marketing materials for your small business, the possibilities really are endless here.
So, I want to leave you with this question to think about. Which famous character or book hero would you want to bring to life using this AI? Seriously, don't be afraid to dive in, use that prompt hack we talked about, and just start experimenting with your own ideas. Using these new technologies to make your work easier and a lot more creative is really what it's all about. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our monthly deep dives into the most exciting new tools hitting the market. Until next time, keep learning and keep creating.